My name's Katie. I strongly believe that preschool education is needed in Hawaii. Hawaii needs quality preschools. We are very much lacking in preschools. Each year there's an average of 17,000 4-year-olds throughout Hawaii, and close to half of those go without preschool. Hawaii is the only state that constitutionally prohibits public funding for private preschools, and is one of 10 states that provide no state funding for preschools. So one of the reasons that we definitely need preschools is that in 2014, the kindergarten entrance age changed from being 5 as of December 31st to now being 5 as of August 1st. That left many people without an option for where their children were going to go. In an interview with Jana Shea, preschool director at Creative Day Preschool, she says that the entrance change had affected them a lot. There was a backup in the amount of children that they had and could take, and to this day she still has to turn away families because of capacity. The kindergartens have changed now to more academic, so they're not as they were in the past. Kindergartens used to be to prepare children for academic future, but now it's the start of their academic future. They changed from having a simple curriculum to a more complex curriculum where they now have to meet standards. They were used to develop children's self-confidence, help them to learn to follow rules, help them to learn self-discipline, problem solving, conflict resolution, help them to learn social skills and to practice patience. Kindergarten is now thought to be the new first grade. So preschool is now needed for preparation of kindergarten. Another reason that we need more preschools in Hawaii, unfortunately many families cannot afford to pay for preschools. In an article by Patch Hawaii, it says that daycare costs are probably the second highest expense in a person's budget, next to their rent or their mortgage. The Honolulu Civil Beat website averaged the cost of preschool to about $680 a month. It's about $8,000 a year. And then they go on to compare that to the price of the in-state tuition at UH Manoa of $9,840. So it's no wonder that families are having such a hard time putting their children into preschool because of the costs. Those cost barriers then cause achievement gaps because the children are missing out on those first vital years of preschool that they're behind before they even begin when they get to kindergarten. There are subsidies that are available to families, but they're targeted to low-income families. But working class families have a hard time paying for those even with 1 and 2 jobs. Of course, we as parents want to be the best teachers for our children, but it becomes hard to be able to do that when we do have to work those 1 and 2 jobs. So if we look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we know that many families in Hawaii are just barely getting by on their physiological needs. They're just barely making by getting their food and shelter. So it's hard to be able to get our children up to this level where we're getting them achievements in school when the families are having such a hard time getting just their basic needs met. So we're hoping that, another reason is that the Hawaii's English language learner population is so high because of the diversity here that many of these children go into school being behind in math and reading. So if we're able to start these children early in preschool, we can hope to bridge that gap. So Hawaii needs more classrooms, preschool classrooms. There's not enough to hold all the children of the age. They need more subsidies because the existing subsidies are just not enough. And they need more opportunities for the middle class to afford and to be able to put their children into preschool. There was a proposed amendment changed in 2014 that was put on the ballot that was in hopes of having public funding for private preschools. Unfortunately, this was denied. I do think that having that brought back to the to be voted on again would be great. It was denied because of differences in views on how monies would be spent. So I think that with a clear idea of how these monies are going to be spent, it could benefit our children with preschool. Economists do say that for every dollar invested in preschool, there would be a return of $2 to $17 because of the drop in the need for special education, grade retention, and just the value of a more productive workforce. Research does show that preschool does have benefits for future learning. With preschool, there is less special needs, special ed. There are less children held back, and there are more graduates. It also shows that academic performance and scores do go up with every year spent in preschool. So we know that education is the key. We want education for all of our children, but the education needs to start in preschool so that they're getting all of the benefits of their education. So it's up to you, Hawaii, it's up to us to make a difference for our kids. Why not give them their best foot forward? Because our children are our